This video is to show how the LMS can help you create group pages so that when your students are working on a group project, they will have a space where they can collaborate and talk and share files. So the first thing that we need to do is go to the assignments page to edit the assignment that the students will actually be completing. So if we scroll down, we'll see our list of assignments. I'm using the core training because my courses are not populated with students yet. But if I scroll down to 442, Heart Disease Intervention, if I click on the assignment title, it takes me to the assignment page, and now I can click the Edit button in the upper right hand corner. This allows me to edit all of the settings for this assignment. As long as the assignment has a point value, as long as it is graded, then I can assign it to be a group project. So under grading type, I would need to change this from not graded to one of these options. I'm just going to choose points. I also have to have a submission type. So however the assignment is going to be submitted, in this case it's going to be a file upload. Then I have the option to check this checkbox. This is a group assignment. When I do that, it asks me what group I would like to use. And so you can see here that I have several groups already created, but I would like to create a new group category. And so I can call this group my new group. You could call it assignment 442 or 113, whatever you would like to do. And then we have several options here. Creating the groups manually means that I would have to go in and manually split the students up into groups, and I don't want to do that. Instead, I'll select split students into equal groups. If I want the entire class to be in one group, then I'll just leave it as one. But let's say I have a group of 20 and I have a class of 20 and I want groups of 4, so we'll go into split 5 equal groups and create. So now that has created my group, and it's created my group pages. So we can go in and check them out. So now if I click Update Assignment, to get to my group pages I have to go to People and View User Groups. So under People, this gives me a list of all of the students that are in that particular course. And if I click View User Groups, this will give me a list at the top of all of the groups that I have created. And here's the tab for my new group. And so we can see here that it automatically divided this group of students into pairs because there were 11 people enrolled in this course. If I click on each group title, that will take me to the group page, and it looks very similar to our course page. On the left hand side we have people, discussions, files, and collaborations, but those are different than your normal course. These are now for my group page. So if I click on files, what would normally bring me to the curriculum and all of my curriculum file now is a place where all of the members of this group can share the files back and forth. So if they are working on a PowerPoint or a Word document or a brochure, this is where they will upload their file to the LMS, and then the other student can have access to it. If they wanted to have a discussion, then they get their own discussion page, and this is where they would start a new discussion by clicking on the plus discussion button in the upper right hand corner. You as a teacher can go in and check and see all of their discussions and their file sharing to see what has actually been done in the group, and it does put a date and time stamp on that discussion. The other thing that the students can do is they can click on collaborations, and this will open up a new collaborations page. It's a wiki where they can both be editing the same document at the same time. and it uses an external website called Etherpad or TitanPad. But if I just click on document name and I say new document, then I can start collaborating. And what we see is it takes me out to a new external website, and I can click create pad, and I can type my name here, and I can invite others. So if you would like to have your students invite you to this, you can. Otherwise, you can just check the link in the LMS. But whatever the student types here in the chat, it will show up. And you can go back and you can see a timeline, and students can save it, but they can chat live and collaborate if they're not able to get together physically. So I'm going to close this tab, and now when I go back and look at my collaborations page, I see that there is a link to this new document. So I can go back as a teacher and look at the student chat and see what they were chatting about and assign points that way if I'm going to be assigning participation points. So that's it. That's the group pages. I think it's going to be very helpful. If nothing else, just to use it to split students up into groups randomly, to be a random group generator. You can see that you can have multiple different types of groups. For this group, students were split up into groups of 3. The group that I had just created, they were groups of 2. If we take a look back at a previous group, this is all of the students were in the same group together just to create an area where they could all share files. And so this is what it would look like if we click on files. These teachers during the core training were sharing all of their rubrics. And so that's what it would look like there. This is a great tool. If you find more interesting ways to use it, please repost on the LMS. Thanks.